Hello and welcome back to the Technomancer. I am here with 3 party members because we saved Scott in the last episode, as well as some mutants that we escorted to safety where they promptly jumped off a cliff to walk back to Mutant Valley, whatever, and kill the giant toad. We're doing all this, but we're saving Scott because we're saving Scott. But we were saving those mutants so we can get acceptance into Mutant Valley, and hopefully, hopefully be able to actually integrate with our society. And prior to the last couple of episodes, Scott mysteriously disappeared, and he has not revealed to us why he's disappeared. So, hopefully we'll be able to figure out what happened. He was being interrogated by the ASC, and we saved him before they, totally ripped his face off. So that's cool. In the meantime, I found a couple of chests on the way back here in the area where we rescued Scott. One of them was another full Noctis Marauder's jacket and a respirator helmet. And another one had the militia breastplate and the militiaman helmet that I believe Nisha is wearing right now. Yes, she's actually wearing a copy of that. So, we'll give her the militiaman's helmet for the complete look. And it looks pretty cool, honestly. The resistance to disruption really doesn't mean that much to her. How much does she have from this? Well, okay, so basically she can't be disrupted, which is always good. Scott, I gave him the respirator because why not? And we are looking pretty solid. Oh yeah, and we got a level up last time. So let's put a point into... Okay, so what this does, after you roll, you have a 8% higher chance to crit. Awesome. Easy peasy. And now for this, we're actually not going to spend the point just yet, because we're about to get access to the Tier 3 market and the Tier 3 crafting, and I need to see all my options before I commit to what I'm going to do with that last point. But for now, let's head back to the Mutant Valley and see what they have to say about the fact that we just saved their buds from being eaten by a big frog.
Made it just in time. That toad could have done some serious damage.
I think I'm gonna hurl.
But this is rather quite fascinating. Did you know that the lichen on its back is not merely a parasite? Well, maybe you. Anyway, they actually have a symbiotic relationship. The lichen cools off the toad's skin, while the toad lets the lichen feed off the ooze. Well, oozing from its pores.
Yeah, now I'm definitely gonna hurl.
Thank the moons. We were able to save them. I don't know if they could have survived without our help. Scum will be happy to see they made it. The gates of Mutant Valley will open wide for you this day, Fred.
I'm antsy to get to town. I'm getting tired of spending night after night in this rover.
Oh, I'm sorry. Would you like me to bump you up to first class, bitch ass?
No. But even you have to admit, it'd be nice to go to the bathroom with a door.
I'm anxious to meet Scum. He's quickly becoming a legend around these parts. Some people in Noctis talk about him like he's some kind of messiah, even though he's only just been freed from Abundance's prisons.
Yes, he has lived most of his life at Camp 19, but he has shown great wisdom since his arrival, and he is quite the speaker. I think you two will get along very well. I know not a more devout advocate for peace.
Okay. So, before we do that, we are going to dump the extra stuff that we... Well, shit, never mind. We're going to have to wait till we get access to a chest so we can put our stuff in. So let's see if we can get inside Mutant Valley now. Hello, let us in, please. Oh my god.
Praise to the shadow. You are here. I was getting worried about you.
What's going on, Scum?
Kane is moving to take power. He came with dozens of followers, killed many who stood in his way, threatened to do the same to countless more. As for you and I, Phobos, I promise that he has already planned our deaths.
Zachariah, it is not my life I worry for. He will kill any and all who stand against him. He will wipe out human cities, destroying those with little more than sticks and rocks to defend themselves. Blood will drench this planet.
and I'm sure all our names are probably topping the list. And we better make a move before it's too late.
Okay, so we do have to take Phobos with us for this part, which is fine. Phobos is good. We can choose between Andrew or Nisha. I'm going to take Andrew, both because of his bonus to Charisma, which at the higher levels makes everyone in your party more effective, and because he's fucking kick-ass. So, sorry, Nisha. We'll get you in a second. Don't worry. That does mean we're not going to be able to pick Tier 3 locks, but that's fine, because we're not going anywhere that's, like, we're not going to have exclusive access to. So we need to free the town from Kane and his assholes. But hopefully along the way, we can find a chest to store our goods in. In fact, we will, because I know exactly where I'm going.
Fortunately, this is beyond my skill level.
I'm not really worried about the chest right now. We'll worry about that later when we... you know what? Fine. Just because I can't be bothered to go back and retrack my steps. Nisha, come on. Even though Andrew's the better person...
Zach, I can't stop thinking about everything we heard from that dirtbag. Keep hoping it's all just a terrible lie, but if you wanted... There's something that doesn't make sense in this story. I can't come to terms with the idea that he told us the truth, but I'm also struggling to understand why he would have deported our little clique to martyrdom. We were nothing to him. I was told Gloria came to Noctis not long ago. I need to see her again, to confront her about this story, hear what she has to tell me. I could go alone, but it'd mean a lot to me if you came along.
Oh, whoops. Okay, well, we'll agree to help her, but we're not going to do that yet. That's going to wait a little bit.
I'm going to come with you. I also want to find out what this is all about.
Thank you, Zach. That means a lot to me.
Alright, so now this means that they're basically both locked in our team. Which is fine. Let's go, Nisha. Pardon me, excuse me, coming through. We've got things to do. Now let's pop that chest open. These merchants, we're not going to be interacting with them just yet. We want to clear out as much as we can of the... well, mostly because I need to shop around and see what they have available to me. And I want to do that off screen after we take care of Kane and fix all the problems that he's sure to cause. Because then once we take care of this little problem, you could say that's perked up, we'll have pretty much free access to this town. Except for a couple of unfortunate monsters we may or may not have to slay along the way. Also, I really like the design of this town as well. It's kind of like, it's more crumbly and runesy than, you know, the other place, Noctis. But it's definitely got it's a good feel to it. So we're going to stash the machete. We're going to stash the iron tube. I can just sell that. We can sell that as well. Stash the helmet. Yeah, well, we'll definitely stash that. We're going to sell that. I might give the helmet to somebody else. We're going to sell that helmet because we don't need it. Stash both the jackets. Stash the breastplate. Hold on to everything else. We're going to sell the greaves. We're going to sell that stuff. Okay. So we put all the important stuff in here. Now, of course, we need to take a pre-battle nap to make sure we got that experience boost going. And hopefully they don't mind that we're just sitting here waiting for like a couple of hours. I guess everyone had to hop in with me because it was just a tiny little bit. So we got some very, very intimate cuddle time going on there. But we now... Wow. Okay. I think we'll stash the shield. But we're definitely going to sell that other thing. So, inventory, chest. See, this is what I mean. Now that we're in the later parts of the game, we're actually going to have access to some pretty cool stuff. If we have the lock-picking skill to get to it. And we do, thanks to Nisha. So, we're gonna want to actually make sure to pick every chest that we come across. I mean, that's what we've been doing for the most part. There have been occasional times where she hasn't been in my party.
I think she's hurt. Have you tried applying
but now I'm gonna try to keep her in my party 24/7, except for the few times where I'm forced not to. And these guys don't have ranged attacks, so that means that they're gonna have a really rough time with me. I don't think they're giving me much trouble. This is why it's important to bring a gun to an electricity fight. But anyway, we are actually... Chapter 3, as I've said, is actually much shorter than Chapter 2 or Chapter 1. And then Chapter 4, the final chapter, is like it's incredibly short. So, we are actually... It's very, very exciting. We are looking towards the completion of this game. We're actually in the final stages. I think Chapter 3 and 4 combined are shorter than Chapter 2 or Chapter 1. It all depends. And I want to do like some of the side quests, maybe not all of them, but I do want to get some work done. It'll be a matter of just how I'm feeling. Because the last time I did this, I honestly skipped halfway through because I just I skipped. I just stopped doing the side quests because I was just getting like bored with the onslaught, and I wanted to see the end game and what happened at the end. So I might decide just to complete the side quests that I didn't take the time to do, just to see what happens, just to see the conclusion. So we can't go through the main door there because it was locked.
Cain has lost his mind. He wishes to set up a regime built upon fear, yet he suffered from something similar. He should understand that what he wants couldn't be achieved using violent means.
I don't think he's too worried about his allies or the consequences of his actions. He only cares for power and methods to gain it.
And you know, we do have 80 traps, so yeah, we're definitely going to be putting a couple of those down.
Look what we have here. The fool who believed he was a more worthy chief than me. It is now my way or no way. Follow me, or follow death.
Will you never change, Cain? Is your only path the one stained with blood, paved with hate? The same hate destroying your own people. Look around. This valley was once filled with peace, but is now filled with gravestones. You cannot continue to lead our people down this road.
You have gone too far, Cain. Fight someone your own size.
Someone just had a really bad day. How do you do against electricity? Not that well. I guess it can't be disrupted. Oh, I take it back. We're just gonna have to be careful with him. Nice.
Do not kill him. Even if his heart pumps with pure hatred, spilling it makes us no better than he. It ensures more blood will follow. Please, be better than he is.
Scum. If I were as good as you, I would not be me. And that is all I can be. One cannot continue to trim a weed that will not stop growing and spreading its seeds. One must rip it out by the roots. He will start wars among us, or between us. He cannot live another breath.
But before we decide what to do with him, we're gonna take all the goodies that his friends had. Thanks, friends, for your generous contribution. Nope. Wow, your friends were like mutant hobos that didn't have anything good. I wonder why. Oh, let's arrest him.
Scum's a good guy. All he wants is peace. The valley needs someone like him to lead them. Even if I think Phobos would be a better choice in other ways.
Very kind of you to say, Misha.
Not being kind, I'm being honest. Your people will have to fight to free your brothers and win the right to live free among the corporations. I don't think he's got it in him to lead your people into battle. That's all.
So, we did get all of his awesome gear for doing that. We got his boots. Kane's boots, which require 2 strength. They're actually pretty useful. I'm going to put them on Nisha, I guess. Thanks, Nisha. I can't wear them because I am who I am, and who I is cannot wear what is to be. I think his shirt's pretty crappy though, or whatever his pants, Kane's trousers. But they do look kind of cool, and you know, like style. Well, no, I was gonna say style is everything, but it's not. Armor's more important. They actually. We will have a use for them. Not right now, but eventually we'll have a use for them. What we are going to do, though, is he had a Kane's mace. We'll just hand that over. See, even with all these upgrades, they're about the same. Like, the chance of disruption is huge. But unfortunately, this is the point where we have to part ways with Phobos and return him to his people to lead them into battle. If you want what I consider to be the good mutant ending, you need to give him up.
Zachariah, you are living proof that our people can live in harmony. You have helped us enormously, but now I believe it is time to make a decision.
We must present a chief to the assembly.
The time for speaking, I am afraid, is dwindling. If our internal quarrels give rise to conflict within our own, we need someone to unite us. We must walk as one race, place differences aside.
Then it should be you. There is no mutant who lacks respect for you. And unlike Kane, your leadership will not spill blood.
As a strategist, though, you are greatly respected as well. Perhaps it is you who should run.
So we are going to support Phobos. Bye, Phobos. It was nice having you, but you've got to go on to bigger and greater things.
I'm not one of you, but I've traveled with you, Phobos. I've seen what you bring. You could be the chief they need. Now. At least think about it.
And I believe you would fill such a role much better than I. I have wisdom, yes, but yours comes with the rigors of youth, which I lost some time ago.
If both of you, in your hearts, truly believe it is best for us all, then, yes, I will run and see then what the people have to say. Zach, thank you for your support. I will always be here to lend you aid whenever you should need it, and I pray that you will find peace.
Thank you, Phobos. I wish you the same. And a little luck for both of us.
Friends, brothers, most know me. I am Phobos. I was one of the first seeds of our nation. I lead the fight for the deliverance of our race. Together, we fled from the corporations. We built our homes in this valley and forged it into our promised land. But our fight is not over. Freedom must be spread across Mars. Come, fight with me. Let us end this oppression and free all of our brothers who remain in chains. Only then can they experience the same peace and happiness that we have made for ourselves. Zachariah, we must talk.
About what?
This is your safe house. The ASC cannot reach you here, correct?
That's the hope.
But consider this. Even if Victor cannot reach you here, how many times has he tried to impede you, to track you? You've already had to escape from his grasp twice. Perhaps the time has come to be less passive to gather your allies and take the offensive for once. Word of the power he accumulates in the People's Assembly of Abundance is terrifying. I speak not of violence, but perhaps of some other way to bring him down. With all that you have done for so many, I am certain many would be more than willing to come to your aid, and even more invigorated when that aid will bring such a tyrant to his knees. You have our support, the Technomancers, and any others you can gather. And from the great heights to which he has climbed, the fall will be tremendous. He will not recover.
Maybe you're right. Maybe it is time to take the offensive.
I know you were looking forward to a break, but he's got a point. Consider what you're after. Talk to Dandolo. Pick his brain. Even though he isn't an Ophir, he has a lot of resources. And most importantly, politics is his element. At the same time, you need to tread carefully. He hates crooks so much that if you suddenly decide to ask Anton Rogue for help, Dandolo surely won't want to give you the time of day. Have to admit, I'm not even sure if I could stand the idea of an alliance with the Vori.
Ooh, that's really creepy. I'm not sure why he took his shirt off, but he did. I don't think he gives us back his gear when he does that. No. Okay, so he kept the stuff. Like, I guess he's keeping it in a war chest in case he needs to go to battle with it. But anyway, now we have successfully cleansed the Mutant Valley of these rebellious elements, and we are using it as our base. But as they suggested, as Phobos, the new leader of the Mutant Nation, has brought forth to our attention, we have an opportunity to attack Victor politically. And that is going to be the focus of the next couple of videos. Gathering allies and then creating a plan to execute and take him out of his seat of power.
If you have a minute, can we talk?
Can't help him right now. I gotta finish the stuff I've already started for others.
Whoops. We'll talk later. Anyway, we are going to take Andrew back into our team. Hey, Andrew. Nice to see you. And we are going to end the episode here. So what I'm going to do in between this episode and the next is I'm going to take a look at the store, buy some more goods, take a look at our options for outfitting our group, because this is the end game, guys. We're not going to get much better stuff than what we're going to see here. So I'm going to come back fully equipped with a whole new crew, with a whole bunch of cool stuff. And I'll explain it and then talk to you guys about our plans going forward in the next couple of videos. But until then, I am Twinkle. Thank you for joining me, and have a fantastic day.